Good morning, it's Saturday. I am Josh Widdicombe. This is XFM with, of course, producer Neil.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. It was your birthday this week?
Yes, I'm another year older.
How old are you?
31.
31, snap. Is there any exciting news to report?
You know that technical thing where people go, I've found some more grey hairs. Genuinely have found more grey hairs.
Where?
Just on the side of my head.
Oh, no, I meant, where were you?
Oh, in the bathroom.
Oh, no, I didn't, but I've obviously, I've got a sneeze for the first time I ever sneezed on the radio. How do you feel about that? That's a birthday for you. That's ageing. Obviously, I've got your present.
Have you?
Now, I was going to get you a cake, but I thought it would bring back too many bad memories of when I took you down in the bake-off. So I got you the opposite of a cake, which is no cake. Also, I've got your present, which is my favourite 2 stickers. Carlo Costly of Honduras. And the reason I like him, he looks... Oi.
Just checking if I've got him, though.
All right, yeah, well, if you haven't, you've got a lovely swap. You can stick him on your pencil case.
Okay.
He's making a face that sounds like he's saying something is costly. That's what I like about him.
I've got him.
Well, you've now. And I've also got you John Boy.
I know I've got John Boy.
Well, you've got 2 swaps.
Oh, thank
you. It's not been the best birthday.
No.
You've had a good week then? Good.
Yeah, how's your week been?
Lovely. Spent 4 days in Birmingham.
Oh.
Stayed in the same hotel as Leeds United.
Really?
And there was that thing of looking at them going... They were having breakfast on match day, just like normal breakfast. I was thinking, this is very unprofessional. I don't know what I was expecting. But they were just acting like they didn't have a big match.
It's a job for them.
I couldn't believe what I was saying. I also had a massage. Have you had one of these?
Before, yeah, I've had a massage.
Have you? Have you paid for a massage?
Yeah, I got given it as a gift.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't paid for a massage?
Okay, apologies.
No. Well, I'm only picking up on that because otherwise the listeners would. She basically attacked me with her elbows, caused me severe pain, and then kept accusing me of not being relaxed. And then at the end, she gave me a talk about how I needed to relax. And then did this hard sell. I ended up buying some oil because I couldn't say no because she'd kind of got me into a state of utter tension.
What have you done with that oil now?
Well, I haven't even got a bath.
Right.
I bought bath oil. I don't own a bath.
I've got a bath.
I could have given you the oil.
That would have been a bit weird, actually.
If your birthday present had been some relaxing bath oils. You're 31. I'd like to picture you grey-haired, naked in the bath.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
You are listening to XFM on a Saturday morning with me, Josh Widdicombe, and time has come for Any Other Business. It's basically our points of view, isn't it, Neil, where our pedantic listeners, I'll never get over the fact, I just keep trying to call them readers, don't know what. They write in and you either uphold or reject their complaints. Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Obviously, we have the free bells that we were given last week.
Yes, good morning, Dave Officer, if you're listening.
Morning, Dave Officer. Would you like to just give us the sound of a bell? That is the... There we go. That was terrible. Inability to use a bell. Hi, Josh. At approx 10:10, we want a bit more precision in our Any Other Business, but we'll let it pass. At approx 10:10 on the 26th of April, you used the term pronunciation when presumably you meant to say pronunciation. This seems to be becoming an increasingly more common mistake in the modern vernacular, and I feel that you, as a much-loved and popular comedian and broadcaster, thank you very much, have a duty to correct this in this instance. I don't think Alanis Morissette would have sung about incorrectly pronouncing the word pronunciation, but I think this could be classed as irony. Love your show, yours pedantically, Sam. He's right, it's pronunciation. Any views, Neil?
No, I didn't even pick up on it, I apologise, so...
Dear Josh and Neil, last week you went on, open brackets, at length, close brackets.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that... Upheld, do you want to ring the bell? Oh, come on! Oh, that's a higher pitch bell. That's a purple one.
Yes, it is.
I caught myself. Last week you went on at length about your theory that no one would be talking about liking beans and rice. It sounds like a good show, actually. I might listen in. I feel compelled to point out this is a common staple worldwide, and there are many dishes which may be colloquially known simply as beans and rice. I enclose a link to the relevant Wikipedia article as a means of citing my sources. http://wikipediawikibeans.and_WIKIPEDIAND_RICE for anyone at home who wants to find it. Yours faithfully, Paul. That's how they used to read out email addresses on like Live and Kicking when the internet was just taking off.
It was very true. I'm going to uphold this because, he's given us sources, which is a
The
first.
source is Wikipedia, though. That's not a source, is it? That's not a recognised source.
No, I'm going to uphold it.
Whoa! Dear Josh and Neil, on a recent show during Nishipedia, noted actor Brendan Fraser was mentioned. This reminded me of something odd I rediscovered recently. Rediscovered! When I reread, an old book from my teens. The book was a trilogy by Cornelia Funk. Really? Are you rereading a trilogy by Cornelia Funk as an adult? And it was dedicated to Brendan. On further investigation, I discovered that she didn't know him, but that he was her muse. And she based a character on him. He later went on to play the character based on him in the film. Just think you should know about it. It's very interesting. Kind regards, Jenny. I like that. That's very interesting. I mean, it must have been very awkward between Funk and Fraser on set. I would never dedicate something to my muse if I'd not met them.
Who is your muse?
Do you remember Steve Ryder from
Yeah.
Grandstand?
Yeah.
No, not him. I haven't got one. No, have you got a muse?
I'd say my dad.
Your dad?
I'd say my dad's like my muse and my hero.
In what way? Explanify?
Just the way he's lived his life, the way he's brought us up, what he strives to be, what he strives
What
for
does
us
he do
to
for a
be.
living?
He's retired now. But
That's your aim? What did he do?
he was an IT manager. But just
Not all his life, though, because he would have been too old, surely, to start in IT.
Okay. Well, I think he worked for the gas board.
And was he into radio?
Very into music, which I think got me into music, which got me into radio. I think.
Upheld.
Yeah, I'm going to uphold this.
Quite a touching moment. Dear Josh and P-Dog Fernie,
I'll have that.
I recently planned to send you several World Cup stickers. I, however, was not yet collecting them, open brackets, also due to the cost, close brackets, but felt like Neil deserved the stickers. I therefore bought one pack and planned to send him them. To cut a long story short, the pack contained 2 shinnies.
Shinies.
Just for the record, Mark Thompson from Inverness, Shinies is not spelt with a double N.
Maybe he's spelling it how he says it.
Yeah, maybe it's a Scottish thing. And my favourite player, Jermaine Lenz. I've never heard of Jermaine Lenz.
No.
And I've unwisely began collecting. Thank you for making me poor. Keep up the good work, Mark Thompson, Inverness.
Upheld.
Oh, it's a clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Just lovely thought that Mark was putting in there, even if it didn't arrive. I'm glad we've inspired someone else to take part.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
Time to set up our topics for the day, Neil. Firstly, this was brought up last week, wasn't it? We said we'd do this last week. We were talking about hobbies, was it?
Yeah, it was odd hobbies your parents have.
Yeah, and they brought up a collection, and we said that'd be a good one. Things you've collected, particularly with Neil Aid going on at the moment. If you have any World Cup Panini swaps and you want to donate them to Neil to complete his album, the address is
Neil Aid, XFM, Leicester Square, WC2H7LA.
Now, one thing we collected at my primary school was, did you ever do this thing where you just put crisp packets in the oven
Yes.
and they shrink down to miniature crisp packets?
Yeah.
So me and my best friend Thomas had a massive collection of them. I vividly remember there was a rare Golden Wonder packet with a promotion with Zig and Zag on it. There's a 90s reference for you.
Yeah. Wow.
So I don't know whether I've still got it, but at one point, and it was at the point before all crisp packets were based on foil.
Because you can't do it anymore, I don't think.
No, the foil means you can't really do it. The Walkers were already foil, so Walkers wasn't a good one. Those are the days.
Happy days.
The other thing we want to talk about, this is a bit of a retro. I haven't watched this in years, sorry. I'm not at sea, I've just picked up a bottle of water.
Okay.
Isn't that nice? I've been watching this World Championship snooker for the first time in probably a decade. And Stephen Hendry is now a pundit. Anyway, Alan McManus, who is 45 now. He used to play when I was a kid. Do you know what his nickname is?
No.
Alan the Angles McManus. Because of his
That's good.
because of his knowledge of the angles of the snooker table.
Oh.
No, you think that's good? I think it's the uncoolest nickname of all time.
No, he's been so closely associated with the profession.
Yeah.
Like you could have Josh the Giggler Widdicombe.
Oh, well, there you go. Your life is killing TV was one tweet I got.
Wow.
Wow. So I wanted to do worst nicknames because of Alan, in honour of Alan Angles McManus. We'll call it the Alan Angles McManus topic this week. Worst nicknames. So it's worst nicknames and things you've collected.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
We are talking. Well, we always have two topics today: bad nicknames, odd collections. What do we like the most, Neil?
I'd say nicknames today.
Oh, that wasn't. No, what I meant was so. But that is true.
Slick.
Yeah, no, we do like nicknames. If you've given us a collection, we're not as impressed as if you gave us a nickname. Seemingly, according to Neil. What I meant is what we like most is when people combine the two topics.
Should have read that, shouldn't I?
Should have read that.
Should have got your signals there.
Yeah. So we've got two of them. Do you want to hear them?
Yes, please.
Megan Whitehouse. My nickname is Mole because of my bad eyesight. Oh, she hasn't combined them. She's just got one of both.
Yeah.
Sorry. My nickname is Mole because of my bad eyesight. Number 2, my mum collects Buddhas, 22 of which are in the lounge. That's amazing. That must not be offering the relaxation that Buddhism...
No,
I mean, I would say if Buddha teaches Megan Whitehouse anything, it is that she should kind of let it go. Also, though, wouldn't Buddha say to Megan Whitehouse's mum that possessions aren't actually as important as she thinks they are?
Very true. Yeah.
Ian Waller. This is a combination of the two. I had a mate who collected strangely shaped stones and was therefore simply known as Stone. Pretty exciting times for Ian Waller. In a you'd come up with a better. You'd go Stony at least, wouldn't you?
Or the Rock. I suppose
The
it was
Rock.
taken.
Yeah, the Rock was taken. Strangely shaped stones. It's quite a good collection because it's free, and you can where you can go to the beach and look for them.
But are you allowed to take them away? I mean, that's the question here.
Well, you're allowed legally, aren't you?
Not always.
Well, you're not legally allowed to remove stones from the beach.
There are certain places, yeah, where you can't.
Who's enforcing this law?
The
Stone Patrol are going up and down the beach checking you don't pocket a stone.
stoners are going around.
I think you were told this by a bloody stoner. Am I right? Eh?
No, I genuinely believe that.
You believe?
No, sorry, I've heard that.
Oh, come on. You know what we've got coming up later is Nishipedia. That's the kind of thing where, we get conspiracies. Never once has it come up that you're not allowed to remove stone from the beach. If you've ever been arrested for removing a stone from the beach, full story, want it, josh@xfm.co.uk, because I don't believe this.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Time now on the Josh Widdicombe Show for Nishipedia. Nish Kumar, our resident expert on conspiracy theorists. Or conspiracy theories, should I say.
Mm.
Well, he's not with us, is he now?
No, he's gone very quiet. No texts, no emails.
We're worried that Nish has been killed by the, what are they called? The Thingarati? Illuminati. I was going to say the Glitterati, but that'd be nice.
Sequin to death.
Sequin to death. So, are you going to call... We'll call him up.
Okay. Here we go.
Please press 1 if you want us to send a text to the person you are calling, letting them know that you tried to contact them, as they are currently unavailable to
Well, Nish Kumar is missing.
Worrying development.
Worrying development. Good news, though. Good news! I watched a conspiracy documentary this week, so I can do my own Nishipedia.
Okay.
So every cloud.
Are you sure you didn't bump him off?
Oh, well, couldn't possibly say. He's probably in hiding from various people.
Yeah.
The fashion police, if you've ever met him. Am I right? No, it's totally... I mean, that's not even true. Moon landing. I watched a documentary on this, and I'm not going to lie to you. I would have had more truck with their theory that the moon landing didn't happen if it hadn't been on Channel 5 at 11 p.m.
Okay.
Because I think if the news was that the moon landing hadn't happened, it wouldn't be broken at 11 p.m. on Channel 5.
Maybe they had to put it there so the channel could keep broadcasting, so not drawing too much attention to it.
That'll be it. It was one of the most absurd things I've ever seen. I don't know how much you know about the moon landing.
We did it.
Do you want to hear some of their evidence? They filmed it, obviously, at Area 51, which you can't get into. The reason you can't get into Area 51 is because they're hiding the sets that they used for the moon landing. Now, I would argue they could just get rid of the set.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the problem is here you're agreeing with me, but these are some of the other things. Neil Armstrong described the moon, when he was on there, the surface, as like the Midwestern desert in America. Right. Now, if he was in the Midwestern desert, he wouldn't have drawn attention to it, unless he's double bluffing.
Whose word have we got? People that have gone to the moon, not the man on the street. So therefore, if he likens it to something that people can connect with, then that's what he's going to do.
Exactly. But the idiots. And the other bit of evidence was, one of the bits was that there was a film made in the 70s about a fake journey to Mars, and they said it was a lot like what the moon landings look like. So their point is, there's a film, you might as well go, aliens are going to land on Earth because I've seen Independence Day. Unbelievable. What we need is Nish here to double check, because I might be wrong. It might have been faked. The problem is I'm not buying into this stuff, whereas Nish normally does. Nish, wherever you are, if you could just make yourself known. I presume he's in some kind of embassy.
I just hope he's not in the hollowed out moon.
I worry he's in the hollowed out moon. And we won't ever find him because no one's ever landed there.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
This is Josh Widdicombe and XFM, bridging the gap between town and country.
There we go. It's, as my dad's jingle said, it's Josh Widdicombe on XFM, joined by comedian John Kearns. Good morning.
Morning, Josh.
And now joined by two debutantes today, Marcus Brigstock. How are you?
I'm pretty well, thanks, yeah.
What would you normally be doing at this time?
Probably sauntering round Battersea Park.
Ooh.
I do a fair bit of sauntering.
Do you?
Around Battersea Park.
It's a nice park.
It's a lovely park. It's an excellent park, yeah.
On your own, or...?
Often, yeah.
You saunter on your own. You can't saunter with kids.
No. That's a lot more. That's different. That's more like herding.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, if
It's a nice way. Would you have a drink?
Uh,
no, I'm not saying, would you have hit the booze? I mean...
You could have said anything.
I'd be very, very... By this time, legless, really. And I say sauntering, it's more crawling in tears.
Stumbling.
In and out of the bushes. They don't mind as long as I don't get on the tennis courts. They're really sniffy about that. They're like, oh, there's that
Brigstock
man again. Yeah. Troubled TV funny man in tennis court disgrace. Yeah.
And you've just come back, because John, you've just come back from Australia. You've just come back-ish from your own altitude festival.
Yeah, well, no, I couldn't go because
you couldn't go?
No, I snapped my knee.
Oh, is that still
an
issue?
Yeah, I had an operation after Channel 4 ruined all of us who did the jump.
Yes, so you did the jump with
it was
TV
amazing.
funny man Alex Brooker. As
Yeah. Well, I think
occasional host.
He was on
it
really.
like 3 times, wasn't he?
Yeah, was it as many as 3?
No, maybe.
There was a bit I know where they got him to stand next to Amy Childs.
Yeah. So
It's a great experience, but yeah, so I snapped my knee and I had an operation. So hence
you've had 2 injuries in 12 months.
because the last time I saw you, more or less, I'd snapped my Achilles tendon dancing at the Edinburgh Festival.
Well, I used to live with Andy.
Okay.
I remember him taking you to the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
he had to come and get me.
I have just sat here listening to you talking about now your knee, thinking.
And it's the same leg as well.
Is it a recurrence of the same injury?
No. I started with the Achilles, and then now I've done the knee. So I would assume the hip will be next.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be your groin at this moment. I mean, that's just one of my.
I'm also glad you're not.
You wake up every morning counting your blessings.
Thank God I'm not Brigstock's groin. What a beastly state of affairs that would be. Lying face down on the tennis court.
Sweaty. Sweating out alcohol. Shall we play a song?
Yeah, quick.
This is XFM.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
And now we talk about two topics today. Number one, have you had a nickname?
Yeah, at school, the least flattering one would have been Mucus Pigsnot.
Mucus Pigsnot.
It's inventive. Give
It is good.
Well, I mean, it's, it sounds close enough to Marcus Brigstock. It's one of those that
It's
they
not
go,
snappy, is
hey,
it?
Mucus Pigsnot. And I go, what? And they go, I said Marcus Brigstock. And then it's very hard to call them on.
Very
It's
hard
one of
to
those. You definitely said Mucus Pigsnot.
There was a girl at my
Prove it.
school called Genevieve Waghorn who became Jellybean Wigwam.
Yeah, exactly. Prove it. Prove I
Yeah,
said
prove.
it. You can't.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
No, I didn't have one. I never had one.
Did the Widdicombe and Widdicombe crossover? Did
There
that
was
feature
that
as?
didn't really. She wasn't really in her pomp when I was at school.
Right.
She was kind of a backbencher, I think. And there wasn't a lot of knowledge of conservative backbenchers
Yeah.
at my school.
I mean, obviously there was at my school, but awkward.
Most of them picking up at the school gates.
Oh, yeah, fair few. Yeah.
We've got some in. It's going to go a long way to beat Gown, isn't it? We had one earlier.
Gown.
I'll just recap for you, Mark, because I was nicknamed Gown as I had the same name as a friend's brother who answered the door in a dressing gown.
Wow, stretchy. Yeah. Wow.
It was.
Very niche.
Tom Lyle, I went to school with a bloke called Pants because he wore pants on the first day. I don't know what kind of schooling. He's added, no one knew his real name. Erin, I was called Antichrist.
That's a snappy one as well. Yeah.
For the whole of 2012, because my birthday is December the 21st, the day the world was meant to end.
That's pretty good. It's a good job he hadn't been christened Damien as well. That would have really been it.
I mean, that's astonishing. Erin, a girl. Erin, that's a girl
right.
that it was done to as well.
Oh, crikey.
So it's doubly mean, I'd say.
She comes in with a cake, really happy. It's my birthday, guys. You know what day it is now?
Yeah.
But that's not. The world wasn't meant to end on December the 21st because it was Satan's birthday, was it?
No, but I'm sure had it been, Satan would have been thrilled with that. That's the sort of thing Satan would like.
We've got more of them, haven't we, Neil?
We have.
Throughout the rest of the show. This is XFM.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Josh Widdicombe Show. This is XFM on a Saturday lunchtime. Still joined by John Kearns and Marcus Brigstock.
Hello.
Producer Neil's kind of second time in the sun this morning. Neil Aid. Neil Aid is our charity. I mean, we say charity. We're not a registered charity.
No, in no way, shape or form.
Neil wants to complete the World Cup sticker album. Can't justify the money because he's got a small child. So we're appealing for people's swaps.
How much is it?
Well, I went to buy some this. It's 50p a pack.
How many footballers do you get in a packet?
5, so it's 10p a sticker.
Well, that's not bad, is it? And
No.
how many
The
footballers
worst
would there be in
isn't
total?
the cost.
Yeah.
It is the
There's a
experience of buying it. I went into Budgeons yesterday,
Yeah.
presuming they'd have it, and she'd already told me off because I got one of the plastic pots and put olives and antipasti in it
In the same pot.
in the same pot, and she said I can't sell you this.
Different prices.
Olives,
Different weight, isn't it?
olives are £3 a pot. Antipasti's done by the weight. I'm going to have to confiscate this.
Confiscate it.
Yeah, and
Wow,
then
you've got
I
a
said,
harsh Budgeons.
and then I was like, I can't ask for stickers now, but I plucked up the courage and I said, do you sell the Panini World Cup stickers? And she said, no, you might want to try a sweet shop.
Oh, mate. Oh, shocking.
Absolutely
Shocking.
slammed.
Shocking. I had to buy a copy of Vogue for a show I was writing.
Yeah.
And I don't think I scream Vogue if you see
No.
me.
Oh.
And I went into the shop to get Vogue for this show I was writing because I needed to research it. And then I got to the till and I spotted they had one of my favourite things. So as he rang through Vogue, which is about £6 a copy, I said, and a packet of biltong, please. and I've actually kept the receipt because my strong suspicion is I may be the only person in the history of the world who's bought both Vogue and biltong on the same receipt.
There's an alarm going off.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's a proper wrong in here. It's Nobby Pig Snot. He's come in for his Vogue and biltong.
Sounds like you wanted to buy condoms and you just...
Yeah. Can I
bottled it twice.
Biltong! Biltong!
Now, Neil, how has Neil Aid been going? I did direct message the people at Panini and they haven't got back to me.
Oh, that hurts.
Just saying, Panini, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had quite a lot, actually. I'm very grateful to everyone that's sent them in. I'm going to get the address out there early for Neil Aid.
Yeah.
Neil Aid, XFM, Leicester Square, WC2H7LA.
I've got 2 kids, and I really like cheese. And so if anybody wants to send via... I don't work here all the time. I'm really here as a guest. But I'm just saying, like, if anybody wanted to send me any...
cheese.
Like a Stilton or something like
and
that.
if you get the same cheese that you've had before, will you swap it for a different cheese?
No, I'll eat both.
Okay.
I will eat both.
Do you want to hear some letters we've had with the stickers? This is from Edward Jeffries, who's 8 years old.
Oh.
Target audience.
Bless
My
him.
dad loves the podcast. A fellow Devon-born lad. He actually sticks the stickers in more than me. Good luck. So heartwarming.
That's lovely.
He's got good handwriting.
Dear producer Neil and Josh, as my friends and work colleagues are too mature, in quote marks, to collect the World Cup stickers, I have no one to do swaps with. And after hearing your appeal last Saturday, I've decided to donate my swaps to a worthy cause. Worryingly, I purchase around 10 to 20 packs a day, so you should expect more swaps to arrive in the coming weeks. I hope you enjoy collecting and that you take as much pleasure from a perfectly aligned sticker as I.
Yes.
Kind regards, Danielle Blake, Wolverhampton, open brackets, age 26, close brackets.
Danielle
It's quite heartwarming.
She sent 2 packets in as well, so I've got 2 letters from Danielle. So thank you, Danielle. You're the kind of the backbone of this feature.
They've sent you packs?
No, stickers, like 2 packets with swaps in them.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Thank you very much. I mean, if you've got them, keep sending them in.
Yeah.
You've got swaps yourself now, haven't you?
I've got a couple.
So you're going to be sending them out?
I can try. Yeah, if you send your address, I can send
You've
them
got
out.
Carlo Costly, haven't you?
Yes.
And John Boy.
Yeah, I've got a
If
few.
anyone wants Carlo Costly and John Boy, send in your stickers and Neil will send them to you.
Do
Deal?
they still do shinies?
I am quite lost at this stage. I'm going to be honest with you. Shinies?
Let's play a song.
Shinies are like shiny stickers. This is XFM.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Josh Widdicombe with John Kearns.
Hello.
Sorry, you were just drinking. I've done it again. You went to... No, drink away. I just should have gone to Neil, producer Neil.
Good afternoon.
Marcus Brigstock.
Hello, Josh.
Odd collections is the other topic we're discussing. Obviously, you didn't collect stickers. That's become very clear.
I didn't collect stickers. I did at one stage when I was a goth. I had a very small room and I had 63 pictures of Robert Smith.
Wow.
There, including 2 on the ceiling because I'd run out of space.
Wow.
For pictures of Robert Smith.
So where did you get them?
Athena, mostly.
Athena?
Athena, which was a poster and postcard and like
Yeah,
stationery
did you know there's
shop.
still an Athena in Exeter?
Yes, there is.
It's astonishing.
And that was the Athena that I got most of my Robert Smith
you
posters
need-
from
wow.
because I was a Devon boy at that time. So yeah, 63 pictures of Robert Smith. That's probably as near
That's
as I've come
amazing.
to a
That
collection.
Athena in Exeter, I don't know how it's still...
It's quite big.
Yeah. I think it's like, you know, the Japanese guys that were still fighting the Second World War, they didn't know they'd lost. There's people working there, they don't know they've
But
got out of business.
A lot of Exeter's like that, in fairness.
It's got a CNA and a BHS. It's astonishing.
You see? No one's told them the war is over.
You know, like in Goodnight Sweetheart, where he walks down the street and it just...
Yeah.
Odd collections. Well, do you know what? We've got one from David Acaster, the father of James Acaster, regular on the show. David Acaster. He's put Ruth, which is James Acaster's sister. Ruth used to work for someone who collects bath bags from aeroplanes.
Oh, nice.
Now, Alistair Middlemist, great name, related to not spelt the same, but it did take me back to the days of yore when Theco, your friend Jamie Theakston, would present the Ozone with Jane Middlemist. I once had a friend who collected coal miners' lamps. He had 2.
As many as 2.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
I don't know if that's a collection, is it?
That's a mistake.
Should we do one more? Should we do one more
yeah,
collection?
yeah.
Do you want Emma Corsham, Erin Nolan, Moobs, or Sherry?
Moves.
I used to collect thimbles from various holidays, ranging from Barcelona to Rye.
Lovely.
Well, that's fine. That's like
That's a
like,
nice thing, isn't
That's
it?
a legitimate collect, isn't
Like
it?
fridge
'Cause they do
magnets.
the little thimble with the picture of the place
Yeah.
you've been.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my friend Dan collected, you know those little shield-shaped things you pin onto a walking stick? Have you seen those?
No.
Have you ever seen someone with a walking stick with loads of like metal kind of badges stuck on it? He collected that. Yeah, really cool. Like that's a high level of commitment.
That is super commitment. These stickers are very mainstream. I feel like we should be doing Neil Aid for some small amount of some tiny
Something
thing.
more niche.
Yeah. Horseshoes.
It's a heavy thing for people to send in. I mean, I'm not saying they won't.
Is there security here?
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Josh Widdicombe on Saturday morning, coming to the end of the show. Thank you, Marcus.
My pleasure.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for having me.
For being on here, you get to plug whatever you want. Do you want to start, Neil?
Okay, I'll start. Dave Roundtree from Blur, his show goes out on Thursday nights. I produce Communion 10 p.m. Sunday nights, and I've been making some mixtape shows with Field Day Festival, which is Sunday nights at 9, which are good.
Very nice. Shall I plug my stuff? I don't know if... Am I allowed to do this? I was thinking this the other day. I'm just using this as a...
This is against surely...
This is surely against some kind of
regulation
guidelines.
rules.
Don't flag it until the boss does.
Wednesday the 7th, I'm in Frome. Frome?
You should know that as a West Country lad.
It's Somerset. Frome. It'd be better if it was Frome, wouldn't it? Because then you could say when in Frome.
Do as the Fromans do.
Do as the Fromans do. I'm doing a charity gig for Friends of the Earth on May the 8th. Me, Patrick Kilty, Greg Davis, lots of people, so please come to that. Harrogate, Friday. Saturday, Stockton. There you go. Marcus.
I'm doing a run at the Soho Theatre at the end of May. I don't have the specific dates, but for the kind of people who'd be interested in coming, then it's towards the end of May, and it's at the Soho Theatre, and then it's a new stand-up show that I started last year, and I'll be touring later in the year.
So you're touring later in the year. You tour. I often have this discussion with my support, Susie, that I can't imagine touring without a support for company. And I always
tricky.
I always use you. I always go, I don't know how Marcus Brigstock stays sane. Because you just...
Well, I don't.
What do you do in the car?
Well, I gain weight. And so like a second tummy and chin becomes almost like a friend and a support act in that they go on before me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you talk to them on the way?
Well, the thing, I tell you exactly what happens is a lot of my shows are sort of political. This new one isn't, as it happens. But I listen to PM on my way to the gig. I listen to the whole of PM, and then I listen to the news twice. And then I forget that the audience probably haven't listened to quite as much news as I have, and assume they will know really niche details about the news. And then
you need a reading list.
Bit
That's
of a
what you
weird
need.
bunch tonight. Yeah, they didn't get anything about the finance bill that's just passed in Denmark. Nothing at all. So
15 of the longest minutes of my life.
No, it is. You have to watch your sanity, especially because you do 4 hours on your own getting there, and then 700 people express their love and appreciation for you making them laugh by laughing and clapping, and then sometimes asking you to come back and do more, and then you're completely on your own again. I mean, if you ever wanted a recipe to turn someone into a murderer, that's it. Yeah.
So do come along to that. And John, what?
I was going to say Marcus's dates are Monday the 12th to Saturday the 24th
I can't do Monday
of May.
the 12th. I'm busy.
John.
I'm Union Chapel tonight.
And you in Edinburgh, John?
I am, but I will plug a charity gig, 17th of May. Oh, it's in Brighton, so I'm sure it'd be pretty... Well,
people will go.
Yeah, it's for the Neuro Foundation. It's at lunchtime. And Kevin Eldon and some special guests, apparently.
Thank you very much for coming in, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
See you.
And I will see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.